Hi, welcome back. I'm Joe. This is the ultimate love letter. Thank you for joining the conversation. We have a new huge achievement. This is Convo 100. I want to thank you from the depths of me for being here. I could quite literally not have made it to 100 without you being a part of the mastermind, which includes you, me, and God. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for tuning in consistently. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for simply just being here and finding value in our platform. When I was thinking about Convo 100, because I did put some thought into it, this is a special conversation. Something just organically came, which I knew needed to be spoken about in such a monumental convo as 100. And it is quite literally what we do every day on the ultimate love letter, which is ready, fire, aim. Meaning, we have jumped into the experience of taking to a platform and putting out God's work, even though it's not perfect. We have quite literally just readied ourselves as quickly as we can, fired our shot, meaning published our work, and now we are aiming, we are adjusting the sails, perfecting the craft in doing God's work. So, what better conversation but to get into that one today? Let me ask you, do you have a thing that you want to put out, a thing that you want to do? Maybe it's a business you want to create. Maybe it's you want to go into acting. Perhaps you want to put out an album, a masterful piece of art. And maybe you're waiting for situations to be perfect before you execute. Let me encourage you. Ready, fire, aim. When we are waiting for situations to be perfect, waiting to lose the weight, waiting to cut the hair, waiting to whiten our teeth, waiting for a partner to come along. Let's call it what it is. We are procrastinating. And perhaps at the center of our procrastination is fear. And this is quite natural. We've never done the thing. So we are feeling like there may be a better optimized time than the present to execute on what is burning within us, on that thing that we want to put out into the world. When we analyze the thought of, oh, I'm just waiting for X, Y, and Z. Let me ask you, look back in the last year, how many situations have you been waiting for to be perfected before you do the thing? Everyone who has achieved greatness in their field will tell you they did it scared. They did it sloppy. They did it messy. They did it unprepared. Of course, you're unprepared. Of course, you don't know what you're doing. You've never done the thing. There's no better time than the present moment to put out your art just as it is. That's when you gain all the experience. You don't gain the experience by sitting on the sidelines year after year. You gain the experience by jumping in and actually doing the work. That's what makes you a master in your field. You are actively working in the field you want to do. It's not perfect, but as you continue to do the work, you can perfect the craft. That's where you learn. That's where all your wisdom is. It's in the getting in and failing. It's called failing forward. Oh, I launched this business. I failed, but I learned. Now I'm to do this. Now I'm to do to purchase less inventory. Now I am to make sure I'm partnered with the right person. Now I understand, that brick and mortar was in the wrong location. We only perfect it. We only make it great. We only make it grand. We only succeed in it when we're in it. I think about myself, when we launched the Ultimate Love Letter, it was totally unperfect. I knew what God put on my heart. He wanted me to preach, teach what He had been laying on my heart. And when I looked up, I had the beginning tools to get it done. I had a mic. It wasn't an expensive mic, but it was a mic. I had an old laptop, which I still use today. I had the message because God was giving it, so I just launched it. If I was waiting for the perfect camera, the more enhanced laptop, a better mic, more wisdom, I only gain wisdom by being in communication with God every day. If I was waiting for situations to become better than they are now, perhaps we would still be waiting. But here we are, 100 conversations in. Here we are, 10 months later, and I have gained so much wisdom by jumping in it. I am able to perfect it. If you've been following since the beginning, when I was in transition with a new mic, now I have a new mic, right? Because God, He works it out. He blesses you as you remain consistent. I was working out the sound. There are several combos, possibly a dozen, where the sound was muddled. It's echoing. I've left those conversations up because I want to be able to see when I look back in 5 years, oh my goodness, I remember that period when I was perfecting the craft. But now here we are, further perfecting it, further making it better. What is it that God's putting on your heart to create? What is it that you're aching to create, but you are waiting? What are you waiting for? I have several friends that are waiting for something else, but I know they can't see it because they're in it, but I can certainly see it on the outside. It's like every time you talk to them, you're like, God, that's a great idea. When are you going to do that thing? Oh, I'm just waiting for it to be sunny outside. Oh, I'm just waiting because I have to grow my hair out. Or I'm just waiting because, I got to meet the right person that will help me. Call it what it is. It's fear. Jump in now. Jump in with the extra weight. Jump in with the shorter hair. Jump in with the crooked teeth. Jump in with not the full scope of the words that you're going to write in that book. Just jump in. When you jump in, you're being genuine, authentic to yourself in the moment. You're saying like, I have what I need right now in this very moment to publish the work, to put it out. And as we put it out, what we don't realize is when we put it out, imperfectly, that actually resonates with people because they can see the imperfections in themselves. And so now they're drawn to your content, to your work, because it's almost, and then you actually organically become an inspiration. Like, wow, look at you, you're doing it. And even when we are hard on ourselves and we say like, this is not perfect, this can be better, most of the time people can't really see that. They just see the bravery. They see the authenticity of your work and they're inspired by it. And as you're just in the background, tearing it up in your head and tearing it down and just feeling like it could be better, somebody else, actually several people out there are like totally resonating with it. And as you're making it better, that's how you're growing. You're growing your following, you're growing your work, you're growing your business. I think about when I launched a temporary staffing agency in 2020. And I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I learned how to, outsource employees to hotels only because I, as the director of my role at one of these Los Angeles-based hotels, I would outsource personnel. And so I learned to invoice. I learned how to keep how to keep track of their time and how to bill accordingly. So I learned that. So I just did that in reverse for myself when God was telling me, basically let go of the 9 to 5 to step out in business on my own. And I launched it in a weekend, so sloppy, I thought. But to my surprise, as I built it, they came. Clients started coming in, the money started rolling in. And when I got to the end of my first year, I remember, and I was in anxiety. And when I gave all the books and the numbers to my tax professional, I remember him messaging me and saying, Joe, you didn't realize, but you actually did this pretty well. I was frantic all year thinking like these numbers are going to be, crazy. I don't know if I kept perfect track, and I was questioning everything the whole time. And at the end of the year, here it is, me being told, you actually did it pretty good, pretty damn good for your first year. But that is because I was listening to God when God said, launch it. So when we listen to God and we're just publishing it, God has a way of working it out. We may not see it, but that's the magic that unfolds when we're saying, I believe in myself. I believe in this thing that God is asking me to put out. I'm just going to put it out. I'm going to shoot my shot. And that's what it means. Ready, fire, aim means ready yourself in whatever it is you want to do as quickly as possible. If you want to be an actor, get the headshots going. I know you don't have the perfect outfit. I know your teeth are not as straight as you want them to be. It doesn't matter. You don't know who's out there looking for someone that looks just like you do right now. Launch it like that. And what you're doing essentially when you go for it, when you ready yourself as quickly as possible and you shoot your shot, magic now begins to unfold. You're basically telling the universe, I'm ready now. I'm brave now. I'm ready to put this out now. And the universe responds, okay, so you're an actor. Great. You did your part by launching it, by getting the headshots, by putting yourself out there, by going to backstage. Let me go ahead and start moving things in your favor because you're demonstrating that you're ready now. And then things began to happen. And so that's step 1 in shooting the shot. Ready, aim, fire. Ready, fire, aim. Sorry, ready, fire, aim. So the second part is firing. So firing is going for it. It's out there. It's published. You're working in your craft. Aiming, the third part, is now you're adjusting the sails. Now perhaps you get your teeth straightened. Now perhaps you gain some weight that you want to gain. Now perhaps you work a little bit deeper on your writing. Now, perhaps you're looking for, other business partners. Ready, fire, aim. Shoot your shot. Adjust the sails. If you are waiting to jump in, let me encourage you to jump in now. You will be waiting for a lifetime. There is never going to be a better moment than this moment to get in and do the work. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to force you. No one's coming to be the perfect partner or put you on their big platform. No, you got to be the work. You got to do the work. You got to get in it. Then the resources will come to support you. It's not the other way around. Everybody wants, it would be wonderful for us to do nothing, to just sit, to fantasize, to dream about what we want to do, and then God just serve up the perfect situations. Okay, you want to do that? Great. Now you have the new wardrobe to go do that. Now you have this beautiful large platform where they're going to put you on and serve you up and display your work. It doesn't work like that. It works the reverse. Get in, get dirty, get experience, get brave in your work being messy, your work being imperfect, and then let God perfect it. Allow God then to bring you the resources. You're only fooling yourself if you're just too afraid to jump in the way it is now. It's perfect right now. You'll be perfecting this for a lifetime. So you might as well jump in messy because you're going to be perfecting it for a lifetime. Or you can sit on the sidelines waiting for the perfect moment, and just months, years will just go past. And now you've seen other people go on to achieve their dreams, and now they're growing their business, they're growing their platform, they're growing their brand. All along, you're still waiting on the sidelines to get in and get it done. No. Perhaps that stops for you this year. I want to encourage you. If you publish the work now, if you put yourself out there now, look back in 30 days and you will be astonished by how far you've come. It still blows my mind that, we launched the Ultimate Love Letter, and within 10 days, we reached number 30 in Nigeria under spiritual category. I would have never thought that would happen in the first 10 days. But of course, miracles happen when you get in messy. Miracles happen when you just put your work out there. And now I get emails. I'm still surprised by the emails and the comments that come and the different countries that we're in. We're in, I don't know, a couple dozen countries now. And it's just like, that is the magic that unfolds when you're just stepping into your bravery, stepping into your passion. If you are living your passion now, God is going to work with that. It is the only way that God can move mountains when you're brave enough to say, I'm going to step out in fear because God, you're telling me to. So then you do your part, stepping out in fear. God does his part and makes the magic unfold. When whatever you want to be in the future, you must be it today. So if you're saying you want to be, a Grammy award-winning singer, then you better get to performing now. That's the only way. When we show up in the present moment as we want to be in the future, then you are blessed with that. You do that consistently. You show up as that award-winning singer every day. Every decision you're making is based on you being that Grammy award-winning singer. There will be a point when you achieve just that because you have set that in motion, because you have showed up in your life every single day to be that. And that doesn't mean, to be a Grammy singer, you're just going to other people's shows. No, what does a Grammy award-winning singer do? They sing, they put on their own shows, they put on their own events, they put on their own concerts, they're perfecting their voice, they're dressing the part, they're investing in themselves. That is an example of how you do the work. If you want to write a book, then what do writers do? They write. They look for publishers, they look for cover art, they look for, perfecting their writings. They're doing the work, they're showing up right now in the moment as they want to be in the future. Ready yourself as quickly as possible. Shoot your shot now and then adjust your sails as you're doing the work. That is the remedy to success. Sitting on the sidelines, perfecting your craft will only get you more of the same. You will forever be sitting on the sidelines, perfecting your craft. You are not fooling anyone around you when people are asking you, how is your project going? And you're just, I'm waiting for X, Y, and Z. Okay, so basically you're afraid. You don't think you're good enough. And so you're not going to put it out there. And so then you won't become what you dream because you're just waiting for a better moment. There is no better moment than the present moment. That is where all the magic lies. The world wants to hear from you. They need your creative art, whatever that thing that's burning on inside of you, that thing that God is saying you're meant to give the world. You're meant to give that to the world. Get going on that. Launch it sloppy, launch it messy. Don't know what you're doing? Of course you don't. You will though. Once you begin to work in that space, it's the only way. I want to thank you and I want to encourage you. We're at Convo 100, and it's only because we've done it consistently. We've done it messy. We've worked it out. We're working it out. We're continuing to grow. But if I would have still been sitting on the sidelines, perhaps it wouldn't even have been a Convo 1. And now we're at 100. And I hear that the magic happens at episode 100. So I am bracing for that magic. It's your turn. Jump in now, and perfect it as you go. I want to thank you so much again for helping us reach this milestone. I want to thank you for sharing it. I want to thank you for your 5-star reviews. I want to thank you for all your comments. I read every comment. I'm reaching back to every comment. Thank you so much. You have witnessed us from Convo 1 to no sponsors to Convo 100. Now we have sponsors. We are partnered with 4Ocean, who I believe in everything, the powerful work that they're doing, which every purchase from their website helps to remove 5 pounds of debris, plastic from our rivers, oceans, and coastlines. You can be a part of change right now. And we have a link in our bio that gives you a 10% off anything on their powerful site. So I just want to thank you and encourage you for checking them out and doing your part in helping clean our oceans. Also, the Ultimate Love Letter has launched their own shop, worldtreasure.shop, also linked in our bio. And this is an intimate collection. As you know, I travel the world, and as I go through farmers markets and artisan shops and street vendors, I collect one profound and unique thing from every country that I have visited, and I have begun bringing back 1 or 2 of anything I bought for myself, and I've added them to this collection. So thank you so much for checking that out and for your support. Your support never goes unnoticed. If you are here, I am praying for you. I am praying that God blesses you with his peace, that he expands your territory. Thank you so much again for being a part of the Ultimate Love Letter. It's only upward from here. Until next time, love yourself and love others. Go shoot your shot now. We're waiting to hear from you. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.